Right guys, so just gonna have a look at the Golf now. So as you see in the last video, I suspected head gasket issue. So I've ordered a head gasket with a spacer plate as well. So new spacer plate, new head gaskets, and some head bolts. So they're on their way, they're from Germany, so they take about a week or so to come. So I thought I'd get them on order, just in case it is the head gasket. But a lot of your comments helped me out a lot, thank you very much. And thanks for the support. A lot of your comments recommended checking the oil cooler, so I'm going to do that now before I bite the bullet, take the head off. I'm going to check the oil cooler, see whether that's caused the problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the coolant pipes off the oil cooler. I'm going to join them together so that it kind of like eliminates the oil cooler as the source of mixing of oil and coolant. So I'm going to do that now, check it whether that's the problem or not. And if it's not, then obviously proceed with taking the head off. And if it is the problem, then I'll go find the oil cooler. Job done. So that's the plan. Let's get cracking. Let's just quickly update you on what's on the progress. I spent about 15 minutes getting the front end off. It doesn't take that long when you've done it a fair few times. So here's the oil cooler, and here's the pipes that feed the coolant to this heat exchanger here, which then cools the oil. So I'm going to take these two pipes off here and one here, join them together and do my testing. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Alright, just to bring you guys back on as a recap, I managed to get these two pipes off the oil cooler. This is the oil cooler, and when I got the pipes off, the water that was running out of here was super clean. It was just fresh water, so I would expect if this was the problem, this to have loads of shitty oil in there. So I'm not holding much hope that it is this that's the problem. I think this is going to be fine, and we're still going to have the issue, and it's going to be the head gasket. So we're going to join the two pipes together with this fitting. It's a 16mm fitting, I think, or 13mm or whatever. Join them together, and then see whether it still is like this, still has oil in the water. And just like that, it's joined together, so the water will run and basically recirculate without going into the oil cooler. So I'll get this front end back on, just dangling on, and then go from there. Alright, the front end's back on now, just supported by the axle stand. I had to put the intercooler back on so the car ran fine. Got the two hoses to the radiator off, and we've got that one joined together for the oil cooler. So I'm going to start up, run some fluid through it and see whether the same thing happens. So I thought I'd just give you a quick update, guys. We are still getting some oil come through into here, but whether that's residual oil or not, I just don't know. I can't tell whether oil cooler's fixed it or not, because there could be some residual shit in there from last time, so I don't really know how to test it other than that. So guys, I cracked a head off camera, and I removed the oil cooler. It was a simple 32mm nut in the end, which basically goes like that, and then your oil cooler just threads in it. So crack that off, slide it out, and then with a little tap, the oil cooler should come out. So this is what it looks like. There's the seal that separates the oil, that seals the oil. And basically oil passes through this, and then the coolant passes through here, which cools and warms up the oil from a sort of cold engine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and build some pressure in these two ports and see whether it's leaking. So essentially try and block one of these up and put pressure through the other, and see if there's any leaks coming from anywhere inside here. That's the plan, and if that's not the case, then I'm not sure what else it could be other than head gasket. So apparently this is notorious for going, so let's give this a test first, and then we can go from there. So guys, here's my very rudimentary pressure tester thing. I've got just a simple air pump for your tyres, going to a Schrader valve, just a normal tyre valve, going into one of the ports, and the other port is just blocked off with this valve as well. So what we should do when we turn this on, it should build pressure in here, and we should see any bubbles come out. This is just water, but we should see any bubbles coming out if there's any leaks, or if the cooler can get in or not. So I'm just going to turn this on and then check for leaks, but I need to be careful because this might pop off and the high pressure isn't good. So I'm just going to turn on a little bit so I can clean the glass. Turn it around. I'm just going to put a couple of bar in. Okay, so that's 3 bar now. And then just looking for some leaks. Any bubbles coming out. It's still holding 3 bar. So what I'd expect to see is a huge stream of bubbles. Obviously there was bubbles just there, but that could have been just air escaping from what, you know, from when I put it in the water. But with it holding 3 bar, you would expect there to be a lot of bubbles. But I don't see any. So, still see it holding pressure. I don't know whether, I don't think it is the oil cooler. Because if there was a leak, you'd expect there to be lots of pressure there, wouldn't you? Don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know whether you think this is whether this is adequate or not. It's holding 3 bars of pressure, so let me know what you think. Right, guys. So I put that oil cooler back onto the car. I don't think that's the issue. Otherwise, I'd see loads of bubbles coming up, I suspect. So let me know your guys' thoughts. I'm curious to know how you guys see it, and from your point of view, whether the test I've done is good enough in your eyes. This is going to be the short video. I just want to sort of update you guys of what I'm doing as I'm doing it, because to be honest, I'm kind of relying on you guys to help me as well. So I really appreciate the help you've given me so far. And it's looking like it's going to be the head gasket, but I want to get these videos out there. I want to get your opinions and go from there. So I kind of was hoping it was the oil cooler, but it doesn't seem to be, in my opinion, at the moment. But comment down below and let me know what you think, guys. And we're back at it, guys. It's a lovely day in here in the UK. It's not too hot, but the sun's out shining, and we're going to continue working on the R32 to try and figure out where the oil is coming from. Is it the oil cooler? Is it the head gasket? You would have seen earlier I tested the oil cooler, but potentially could be only the crack only opens when it's warm, so when it's up to operating temperature. So what I've done is I've bypassed the oil cooler coolant pipe, so the coolant isn't going into those pipes, which I did before anyway. So I've kept that closed off, so it rolls out the oil cooler. And what I'm going to do, something a little bit crazy, is I've got some dishwasher powder that I've mashed down from tablets, because we don't have powder in the UK apparently. So got about 10 tablets or so, smashed them down in a pestle and mortar style thing. And I'm going to put that into the coolant expansion tank, and then obviously fill it up with water, cycle it through the system, drain it, do that a couple of times until pretty much get rid of the oil. But if it's the head gasket, the oil is going to come back, and if it's the cooler, it's not going to come back, and it's going to be clean water after a while. So fingers crossed it's the oil cooler. Head gasket is on its way anyway, because I have to order from Germany. But if I don't need to use it, I don't need to take the head off and do that, you know, large job there, then fingers crossed it's the oil cooler. So yeah, I'm going to put this in there, and then hopefully that will clean out my system full of oil, and fingers crossed it's the oil cooler, guys. Okay, so there's absolutely no coolant in this system whatsoever. It's been draining for a few days now, so I'm just going to fill it up with probably half of this dishwasher detergent stuff, and then fill the rest up with water. Probably that much, and then see that in there. So I'm going to fill that with water, let it run through the system, flush it out, do that again, and then fingers crossed no more oil is coming through. And if that's the case, then it's definitely the oil cooler, not the head gasket. So fingers crossed, guys, and hopefully that will work. So you can see already the gunk on top of the foam, which is obviously the washing detergent. It's already breaking up the oil in the tank here. So I think you put more water through the system, get it all bled up, and then drain out again. So guys, I went to check on the temperature. It's just not fully up to temp yet, and we've got an engine warning light. So open up VCDS and see what that warning light is for. Haven't seen it before, so it's not come up previous. So let's have a quick look and see what it finds. So gateway installation list. Sorry about the glare on the thing. We have one for engine. Could have multiple, don't know yet. Okay, so coolant fan circuit. Okay, that's fine. The coolant fan is actually it's that. The coolant fan's actually unplugged, so that'd be why. That's cool then. I was just thinking maybe that could be like another symptom. Maybe it was calculating misfires or knock or something that will give us another sort of indicator of why we got oil in the coolant. But no, I just haven't plugged in the fan, so yeah, not a problem there. Okay, so back to the drawing board. We've got the coolant flowing through now, and where the thermostat has opened, so it's just circulating that around. I'm going to let it run through and then drain it out and then redo it again and then drain it out and then flush it through with just water. That's the plan, and then we'll keep an eye on it, see whether more oil does come through. So yeah, we'll keep doing that, and I'll bring it back on when I'm done, because it's boring watching coolant go around. Alright, right then, bye. Right then guys, so I've drained it and flushed it through twice, and I'm still not 100% convinced whether I'm getting more oil or whether it's just the oil that's in the coolant reservoir. So I've put clean water through now, flushed it out, put clean water. I'm going to let it warm up, I'm going to drain that water, and then I'm going to flush it through again, and then I'm not sure. Let me know guys in the comments what you think. I'm going to leave the video here. I'll probably show you, but I'll probably show you guys what it looks like, what the coolant. I'll probably show you guys what the coolant reservoir looks like, and then yeah, let me know in the comments guys what you think I should do. Should I just go out and buy an oil cooler and fit it? Fingers crossed that might be the issue, or should I put it back together, drive it with the oil cooler disconnected, or what do you guys think? Do you think it's the head gasket still, or do you think it's the oil cooler? Let me know in the comments guys. It's becoming an issue. It's becoming a real tricky thing to solve, you know, without just throwing money and effort at it. So let me know in the comments what you think guys. Here's the coolant reservoir. You see the oily sheen on top. I'm not sure still. Get the odd little bit come out, but that could just be from what's in the coolant bottle, I don't know. I don't know. Confused guys. So guys, just about to wrap it up now. This is our coolant bottle. There's still stuff in it. Obviously nowhere near as bad as it was. I think there's still oil getting in there. So let me know in the comments guys whether you should. Let me know in the comments guys whether you think I should just get an oil cooler, fit that and then drive it around and see what it's like, or whether you guys now think it's the head gasket as well. Yeah, drop it in comment. Yeah, drop it down in the comments guys. Let me know what you think. Struggling a little bit on this one, just to avoid having to throw money after it and, you know, throw a lot of effort into it for it not to be the head gasket, for example. So let me know what you think guys. I'm a bit torn, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it here guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Join me on my journey and of misery right now, but hopefully fun later on in the year. Alright guys, let's catch you on the next one. So guys, I just took the engine cap off, and hopefully you can hear me over the engine noise, and I can see water actually on you know, on the actual timing chain, well, the PCV valve. I've not seen it there before. So, steaming a little bit as well. Bit of steam coming out. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's head gasket? Let me know. Yeah, it's starting to get a nice build up on the cap too. So, it's kind of leading towards head gasket. Let me know what you think, guys. Because currently, right now, the oil cooler is bypassed, so there's no water going into the oil cooler at all.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying